beautiful autumn day on the Lancashire moors, and every keen shooting man's dream, a day at driven grouse. This is the cream of game shooting, and it could cost you up to £1,000 a week. This shoot isn't nearly as expensive as that. It's within the reach of most people's pockets. Shoot organiser Ken Ulrich likes to see as many people as possible get a chance to try their hand at this demanding sport.
It's a bit longer than I thought, yeah. All these little windy roads.
I'm sure you're all well aware of the gun safety rules on a grouse moor, but it's most important that when you're shooting a bird behind, you lift your gun up to shoot the bird behind. Don't shoot down the line whatever you do, right? Another important thing to remember is that 3 whistles means shoot behind only. Shoot behind only. This means the beaters are coming in. Doesn't mean the end of the drive, it's just shoot behind only. Okay? Anything that's in season is shootable. There might be some black game about. If so, you can shoot the black game. All right? So we start the draw then.
The look of the draw can make a big difference to your day's shooting. Some butts will get a lot of shooting and some will get none. And if you're really unlucky, you could be in a bad position all day.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Fine.
Fine. That one.
Number 6.
Number 6, there you go. Move up 2 places after
9.
each drive.
Number 9.
Move up 2 after each drive, okay?
These are the lads and lasses we couldn't do without, the beaters. They're going to drive the grouse over us, which means they've got miles of trekking over boggy moors ahead of them. It's not much better for the guns. The first line of butts is right at the top of the hill, a long, hard climb.
Go down there and turn right, you'll see number 2 and number 1 further down. Okay. At the end of the drive, if you make your way back up here with the beaters, they'll show you where to go, all right? Rest of everybody come with me.
The beaters get £8 a day, and a day's shooting at the end of the season. They must get some real soakings up on these moors, but they seem to love it. Especially the ones with dogs. It's a great day out for them. Now that's what I would call lucky. Number 3.
You're here, Jack, okay.
Yeah.
Shoot down. Just in there.
Which way are you bringing it first?
We're going to come right off that ridge up there. And fetch it right down to us, and then we're going to bring it back over this hill.
Hey, use for that. Come on.
That's the start of the drive. But they have a long way to go, so it'll be a while before we start seeing grouse.
Quite some scene to survey as well. Listen to the grouse over there.
All right.
That's a cock calling. Either disturbed or he's calling me. Superb. I couldn't have a better day. It's absolutely magic, this.
Beautiful moor, Ken.
Oh, it's a nice place, Jack. It's a nice place. And these chaps are going to come over that far ridge in front of you there, and bring the grouse straight on down into this valley, then on through us. And you can just see down to your right there the 2 youngsters out on the flanks. They're going to try and stop.
Delilah, isn't it, the girl, Delilah?
Salome.
Salome, I know something like that. I know she's...
That's right.
Yeah.
Very, very keen.
Aye, they love it. I was talking to them before. They've come regular, don't they?
That's right. Rain, hail or snow, they're here, you know. And really, really keen. And they'll try and prevent the grouse from breaking out down the valley there.
We've got the flags.
That's right, they've got the flags there ready.
I see they've started to drive because the sheep are starting to move on the top
That's
of that
right, there's
side
one or two
hill.
grouse just moving on that right side. Can you see Jack coming across the bracken there towards us?
It's certainly beautiful. It's you can understand why people love grouse shooting when you can get out on a day like this up here. Of course, you've also got to face the bad weather, haven't you?
Well, that's right, we've had plenty of that this year. And when it's low cloud and heavy rain on here, it's a little bit different. But it's a beautiful day today. We won't get a better day today than we've got. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Visibility's magnificent.
And of course, these are truly exciting birds. And of course, truly wild birds. They're only to be found in the British Isles anyway. So it's a unique game bird.
You get people come from all over the world here to shoot.
We get people come from a long way, Americans and various people like that. Although we try to cater more for the British sportsman than anybody. We try to provide sport for the British sportsman. That's our main object.
At a cost they can afford.
That's right. That's right. We try and keep the cost down so the people can come and try a day on this super game bird, you know. Because these birds can achieve up to 70 miles an hour.
There's birds down on that ridge over there, and you can see them flapping.
That's right.
I've never seen grouse do that.
Well, they've had 2 or 3 days of heavy rain and gale force winds, and they're just enjoying this morning.
Yeah.
They've got the sun on their backs there.
Well, that's a hawk over there. It's a hawk. You see it?
There's a kestrel moving across there.
Is it a kestrel?
Yeah.
Do you get any merlins up here?
Yes, we get quite a few merlins. Quite a few merlins.
What about the...
In fact, there's a merlin nested just about 20 yards in front here from us.
I think I got 2 there, both with my second shot. You don't get much warning. It's difficult to see the grouse against the heather. Then suddenly they're on top of you. You've got to concentrate and try and pick them up fast. I've seen top-class shots shooting double guns with a loader, kill 2 in front and 2 behind. But that must take some doing. The grouse never fly in a straight line. They follow the contours of the moor, and they're curving fast all the time. How about the season? Have you had a good season up to now?
It's been excellent. We've had really good shorebirds this year. As good a year as ever it's been.
It was expected on most of the moors. In fact, a lot of the moors on the other side of the Pennines were complaining that it hadn't been a good breeding season. And yet it's been, some moors have said to me, yeah, it's been terrific, and other ones have said, no, it's no good. You know,
that's right, it's been patchy in places.
Yeah.
Well, I think those storms in the spring, and the late spring didn't help.
Well, it was probably with them being, they weren't all over storms, they were isolated things, patchy bits.
Storms,
Yeah.
And where they hit, they devastated the young grouse chicks, that's for sure. Because they were quite severe storms. Because a young grouse will stand most things, but torrential rain like that is difficult. Especially on the flatter places where there's not a lot of long heather, you know. You want plenty of long heather on the moor as well as short heather. They need plenty of cover in the winter.
What do you know when you beat up on the moors up here in the winter? I mean, I've got a house on the moors up here, and I know what it's like up here in the winter. It's incredibly cold and windy.
That's right.
You've got to be in it to believe it.
Well, it can be quite a place.
Now, the sheep are starting to move around on that hill. That must mean the lads are starting to come onto the top of the brow.
They'll not be very far away, I wouldn't think. I mean, it's about a mile. They're bringing this in from about a mile back. So there's a lot of grouse to gather up on the way through. It won't be long before we see some signs of action along that ridge now, I wouldn't think.
Got one.
There's a big bunch coming through the bottom there, can you see him? Down here. That's just shooting behind all again.
I understood that.
Yes.
They're no good me anyway. I wouldn't shoot them out the front with this wing. With that ridge in front, you could only shoot them at the back anyway.
Yep, 2 birds over here if you will.
I'll move down with it.
Right, okay, Jeff.
Watch him turn when he's sensible. Watch him turn when he's sensible.
Come on, fetch it on, sir.
They've got a real variety of dogs on this moor. That's a Munsterlander, a German breed of gun dog. You don't see many of them about. It seems to know its job anyway. The other one is a short-haired German pointer. But we've got British ones too. My favourite, the English Springer Spaniel.
Get on again. Get on, Oscar. Oscar. Stella. Stella, get on, fetch. Get on, fetch. Fetch it on. Fetch it on. Get back. Get back and fetch.
How many have you got down in there?
2.
Was that yours she's fetched?
No. Fetch it on. Good down. Fetch it, Oscar. Good boy. Dogs.
I'm just trying to think if that was maybe one of yours, because I thought mine were higher up here. That's it. All picked up and we're off on the next drive. We'll have 5 drives in all today.
Well, it's possible to hand rear the grouse, but once they're put back on the hill, the whole cycle of the grouse's life revolves around the fact that it is an aggressive bird, and it takes a territory every year. So a hand reared bird isn't in a position to be aggressive enough to take a territory, and so therefore the wild birds push them off the hill.
Plus the fact that they only eat, what is it, the tops off?
The ling heather itself, and of course that they need the ling heather to survive. That is the basic food for them. And once they can't get the ling heather and they're pushed off onto white ground like the hill over there, then they just die a natural death anyway.
But isn't it a fact that you need sheep on the moor for grouse? They like it, don't they?
That's right, there's a lot of grouse coming through there.
Yeah, that's coming through the hill there, on the other side.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yes. And what we want is a few flying through here now, don't we?
That's right. You just have to keep an eye to this left-hand side as well. It's essential we keep looking there. Yes, we need sheep on the hill because of the tick. If they took all the sheep off the hill, the tick would have nothing else to live on other than the grouse, which of course would kill the grouse off very quickly.
And so that's what happens, is it?
That's right. Hill farming for sheep and grouse management goes hand in hand. We work very closely up in the hills here.
You burn off in the spring?
Burn off in the spring and keep plenty of young heather coming through. It's a 7-year rotation on this hill.
Well, I never fired a shot on that drive, but the others were luckier. But that's just the way it goes, the luck of the draw.
Right, Gary, we'll go down and have lunch just down below the hill there. Your bag's up there, okay.
Pre-war, they used to get bags of 1,000 brace on some moors, but they had armies of beaters in those days. It must have cost a fortune. No one could afford that kind of shooting now. In fact, nobody would want to. It was just too much, a slaughter. The gentry who did the shooting were fantastic shots, but then they did nothing else but shoot game from August to January.
No, we've got no food left.
Come here.
I mean, it was heavy grain for me.
Well, I'm nearly 82.
Dear me. I hope I'm climbing moors at 82. Yeah. Yes, it must have been a hard slog for you this morning, but you think it's worthwhile?
Well, I've done it all my life. I've I've had some rough does and you're getting a bit hard now. Up hills, especially going up there.
No, but if you had your choice to make on the different various types of shooting you've obviously done, what would you prefer?
Grouse.
You like the grouse?
Yes.
I do actually. I think unless you've been grouse shooting, you've not really,
No.
you've not shot game birds.
No.
Right, I got you that. And I've got one of these.
What? No. They're going to be a bit quick here because they'll come very low over this ground, I should think.
They will, and they'll probably come up a bit from the left as well. There's a fair chance some of the birds might angle across here and come up to us from this angle. And that wind has now moved round a bit more. It's blowing off the top of that ridge.
There's a few grouse playing about right in front of there.
That's right, there's some grouse in there. And of course in this particular area, this is where we've got a few blackcock as well. We might just see a blackcock come with the grouse here. The blackcock being faster than the grouse can actually overtake the grouse when they're coming, which is quite something to see.
I've seen them up in Scotland. I've shot them up there.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen them up in Scotland go across a valley as wide as this. Straight across.
Yeah.
Unbelievable flyers.
Oh, tremendous.
They're reminding me a bit of a cross between a goose and a grouse, the way they fly across.
That's
How slower wing beat.
Slow wing beat,
Would go.
but very fast. Very powerful bird. Magnificent bird as well. That's right.
Can't see any movement at all yet, but they'll be on the way, I expect.
That's right. Well, the beaters are going way down the valley down there, and then they're going right up the far valley, up to the top of there, and bringing this whole piece across to us. You can see the heather just around this area is just about the right size as well. Once it gets a little bit beyond that, 12 to 15 inches, then we'd burn it off.
Yeah. It looks it's a bit tussocky here.
A bit tussocky, but that's excellent for the winter. There's a lot of shelter in there from the cold east winds and the snow. And these tussocks will very often stick up on
They
top of the
amaze
snow.
me how they can survive up here.
Ah, it's incredible.
You know, I mean, incredible cold and winds and
again,
rain.
your sheep come in here because when you've got a covering of snow on the hill, your sheep dig down to get to the heather and leave the heather exposed for your grouse.
Ah.
So again, the sheep and the grouse go hand in hand. Grouse coming in front.
Grouse coming in front. That's another one added to the bag, but I'm still only getting them behind. I'm not seeing them early enough to get the ones in front.
You've got to leave it with me.
I'm not down.
Yeah, I think we've got them all.
Don't mean to say that, right?
Mine, is it? Not this one. That one? Navy one.
Right, yeah, that doesn't work.
Right, off we go.
Should go down
A
there.
bit deep there.
I should go down this side and just away from the side there. We're getting a bit more action on the other side for you, Jack. I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry,
Sorry about that.
it's happened before. I've stood in the lane and I've seen all the early birds down the bottom end and I've stood at the top and never had a shot.
Bloody
Many
terrible.
times.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry about that.
Where you stand on the
That's right.
day.
There's a good chance you'll see some of them come round this side here through that gap.
Yeah.
You should be able to see them through there. But this is what grouse shooting is all about, that we've got some butts that are short-sighted and some butts long-sighted, and that makes for the excitement of the day.
Well, that's what it's about. You've got to be quick,
That's right.
because they come quick.
But we feel at the sort of price we can offer grouse shooting at, that the ordinary chap can come and have a go and see what it's all about, stand in a butt and get the excitement of the day. Because driven grouse are really exciting birds to shoot at.
I know. And you've got to be very careful on the safety aspect of it as well.
Very important.
It is,
Very
because grouse tend to split and break and fly fast, and you can swing on them and you're shooting the fell in the next bud before you know what you're doing unless you're
Well,
careful.
you know, you've got to be very careful. We tell everybody knows what the score is before they come up, and we're very keen on the safety aspect of it.
Ken, I was a bit disappointed with the butts when we came up here. I expected to see little miniature castles.
Well, we've had to just make an alteration here, Jack, with these. The others are a little bit like that. But the conformation of the butts on this side of the hill, we've had to lower the profile. as we found the grouse just wouldn't face them. All they'd do is turn and go down into the valley. So we've had to lower the butts quite considerably.
So that they blend more naturally in with the country.
That's right, and we've had to build them up with sod instead of stone to get the birds to actually come here. Otherwise, what happens was the birds would come into the valley, just turn left and away down that bottom, and they wouldn't face the butts at all.
Swinging away again.
Look at this lot, Jack. Look at this lot on the left, on the left. To your right. Well, it's been a good show of birds come through there.
Aye.
Look at that lot. Away down in the bottom there.
I mucked up those chances. It's a good job my neighbours are doing better. I'm afraid I'm not filling the bag.
Reminds how fast they cover the ground, Jack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look how far they've gone in a short space of time. Okay. Cool. You want to brace yourself?
Cheers.
Come on.
Everybody, you've got some of you.
I haven't.
That's everybody. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much.
That's right. That's everybody's, you know.
I think so.
Right, okay.
Great.
Right.
Grand, eh? Corrie, you had a good day?
Excellent day, absolutely super. We couldn't have had better weather and been absolutely marvellous.
You've had a few birds and all.
Yes, I've been in the right place, the pound seat I think they call it. I've had 5 brace personally, which is very good. Delighted with myself.
So you go home with a smile on your face?
Yes, very much so. Remember this day for a long time.
Very good.
Excellent.
You fell down a few times.
Me, yes. Quite a few times, yeah, and ended up in a...
You were describing where you went up to. Would you do it again?
well, right up to there. Yeah, in the water, yeah. But
Well,
it's been
very
enjoyable.
grateful. We're very grateful to you.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable. I always enjoy it.
It's a super day.
Yeah.
You come again.
Very much so, yes.
The unfortunate thing for you, lads, you see, you got to pay. I get in for note. I had 3 birds, actually. I know it doesn't bring a round of applause, but I thought I might have had a few nods of sympathy.
How many cartridges, Jack? That's the secret, isn't it?
Not a lot.
literally.
Not a lot. In fact, when I got up there, I thought, what am I humping this bloody big bag full of cartridges for when I've only fired about 10, 20 shots? 10 to 12 shots. Well, that's me grouse season over. But I'll be back. I'll get the hang of it yet. Mind you, driven grouse can be a very expensive taste to develop. I'll have to consult my bank manager first.